Hello and welcome to my stream. Tonight we play more of Mario Galaxy, and last stream we had a very slow start of the game, but we still could do a little bit of it. And tonight we'll see if we can progress quite more, right? Because we only did the introduction, which was pretty much another scene of Bowser kidnapping Peach. But just before she was kidnapped, she was able to release a Luma that somehow she possessed. I wonder who gave her that Luma? Could it have been Rosalina? I don't know, but that was strange. But Peach had that one Luma, and then when she was going out into the galaxies with Bowser, then she sent that Luma to Mario, and then the Luma kind of helped Mario to get to a tiny planet where they taught us the commands of the game, right? And after we cleared those tutorials, they sent us to Rosalina's Comet Observatory. And in there, after we got a Grand Star, we were able to activate one of the areas that are kind of having a power outage in there. We need to find and grab many stars to activate everything the observatory has in there. So we only could do it for this one place, the Terrace, right? And in the Terrace, there is another Luma that shoots us to many galaxies. And the first one of them was the Good Egg Galaxy. And then we did the first star of it by beating the Dino Piranha. So tonight we'll be back to Good Egg Galaxy to like try to get to the other stars it has, and also check the other galaxies that are under the Terrace or the Terrace actually, the Terrace range, right? And then hopefully we can get another Grand Star, activate a different room of the observatory, and move on to I don't know the rest of the game. But hi Nubba, what's up, man? How's it going? Good to hear that you're doing great. Today it was alright to me as well. I have been paying attention to my eyes. They didn't feel worse after yesterday's stream, so that's good. They are also still not 100% either, but there were a couple of moments today that I even didn't feel them that uncomfortable at all. Just when I was doing Pilates though, because today I have Pilates, that I kind of felt they were, I don't know, they were getting to me a little bit because it was kind of hard to focus in the exercising while feeling a little bit of a headache, you know. But I survived, and then I went back home very fast because the weather has changed and it started to rain during today's night. So yeah, like it's been hot, but at the same time it's changing the weather, and then now it was raining not long ago. So yeah, and then now I want to see if we can take another stream without having my eyes struggling too much or like aching or giving me headaches. Even though it's kind of like yesterday or a little bit better than yesterday, I will still be careful, of course, and I will see if I can still take some breaks and rest a little bit. Did you see the trailer, by the way, the Pokemon trailer of today? I totally forgot about that. I knew it was a thing, but I forgot it, right? I was surprised to see the revelation yet. Or even to say the revelation instead of the trailer, right? And then I was like, oh yeah, there was something today, right? And then I checked the trailer after seeing the revelation. You haven't? Okay, so maybe I should not talk about it then. All right. It's not that I didn't know. I was spoiled before, right? But I don't know. I didn't like what I have seen though. Yeah. But alright, I won't say anything unless you are going to check it right now. I'm not sure if you are willing to, but it's fine. All of that said, then let's move on to Mario Galaxy. Let's see which challenges they have in there for us to try. Have you played any Kirby today? I wonder if you are trying to do any challenges in there. There we go. Also, by the way, I checked the VOD after we had a conversation yesterday regarding the volumes, right, and the audio. And only at certain moments of the game that I felt like that the orchestrated music from Mario Galaxy was kinda loud in comparison to my mic, to my voice. But at the same time, I cannot raise my mic anymore. Like, I noticed that my mic's volume is at the max already. What I could be doing is like dropping the game's audio, but I don't know, I think I will keep it this way. But I did see and hear why some people were thinking that, it was kind of hard to hear me, especially at some moments that the music was getting intense. But I could still be heard, but it's just that the levels were kind of getting close. Yeah, you haven't played anything today? You're waiting for a Discord buddy to get on so we can go through the DLC for Destiny 2. Alright, you are going to play Destiny 2 then. How is Destiny 2 like? Does it have like a career mode? Does it have a plot? Or is it mostly focused on multiplayer and something like that? I don't know a lot about many multiplayer games actually, and also shooting games and stuff. But what I picture from Destiny 2, from like my little knowledge on the game, is that it's a very exploration-rich game. Am I right? I kind of imagine like the players exploring a wasteland or maybe like a planet of some sort. Kind of like what Mario is doing in here, right? But I wonder, what are you guys fighting? Are you fighting other players or are you actually fighting aliens or something like that? Speaking of aliens, this week we are getting Metroid Prime, right? Are you playing it day one, Nabo? I was actually watching a video talking about the scoring that the reviewers are giving to the game, and it's funny that, let's say, the the characteristics of Metroid Prime 4 can at the same time be something that please many people and also something that makes some people upset, so basically the video that I was watching and that was talking about what people have been saying about the game was weird because like the same thing could be positive or bad. So honestly, to me that sounds like strange. Like it makes no sense to me um, for trust those scores. Like I didn't feel convinced that the people that scored it somewhat bad had a good reason to do it, right? Because that same reason was something very positive to other people anyway. I just felt it was weird. I was hoping, in case the game was very negative, that the motivation behind their choices, right, in like scoring the game, could have been stronger or more convincing to me. But we'll see once the game is out for everybody, and still it has some very good positives. So yeah, hopefully it's going to be way more surprising after the fans are trying the game. Okay, let's go there. I'll need to get used to those motion controls again. But thankfully, at this moment, my eyes are fine. Like, I'm not feeling them uncomfortable. So it is an MMO, it is a massive multiplayer online game. But I use that term very, very lightly. I see, so it's kind of like not very big on that matter. It's kind of, slightly under that. It is more of a shared world looter. So you do need to explore, isn't it? Maybe I have the right idea, or it's easy to be like that. Because now it doesn't even feel like that anymore. Oh really? Because of the updates? You fight aliens with other people, and if you really hate yourself, you can go into the PvP to fight other players. Why is it that bad, like, to fight other players? Is it because it's a boring fight? I wonder. Or is it because it is very hard? Or maybe because it's actually, very simple and then it's not interesting. So like I was saying, we were able to get the Grand Star, we activated the Terrace, and we got only 1 star from the Honeyhive Galaxy. Which means that I need to return there. So let's go back there. It's because it is unbalanced and riddled with cheaters. Oh, yeah. But how about a plot? It doesn't have a plot? Like, does it have like a career mode, a story? Or is it just like really straight up like multiplayer focused? That's something that I always wonder about these very popular multiplayer games, right? That, like, what if you don't have the friends to play with you, or what if you don't have an internet connection to, like, play the multiplayer, you know? Couldn't you still play something of the game in a single player that's actually somewhat uh, also very fun, not like just superficial single player modes that actually instead of that it could be something that is very rich into a plot or into a story or something, because every time people tell me about those multiplayer games they are always talking about the multiplayer, of course, but what about the rest? Like, is it all it has there to offer? You know, I kind of always hope that there is a good single player mode too. As much as you like Destiny, I can never, in good faith, recommend the game to new people. Probably because there are better games that do the same thing. Isn't it that one that was at first very highly criticized, but then the developer could actually deliver the updates and then he created a almost infinite-like game? Is it called No Man's Sky? I think it's called No Man's Sky, that the developer at first gave everyone high promises of like, oh yeah, this game is infinite, the RNG will always be creating a new place for you to explore and stuff. It was not like that at first, it got a backlash, but then the developer throughout the years was able to start getting closer to that objective, and then today it's a more successful game. Maybe that game could do closer to this, I'm not sure, but it's just like the impressions I have in my head. And I wonder, Nubble, if you actually do like Destiny that much because of your nostalgia. Maybe you played it before in an Xbox console that you used to have or something. And even though the sequel couldn't get as great as some other games, you still appreciate it. It is to have a cohesive campaign, so you could do solo or with up to two other friends. So it does have a plot then. It's not just fighting aliens, or is it like that? But they vaulted removed so much of the older missions. Why? And campaigns you never get the full story. Like, why? That's so weird. Like, instead of adding on more content, they have been switching the content or like swapping the content. That's I think that's bad. Just to save space, but honestly, I mean, I don't know how big in like gigabytes the game is, but I don't know. It could have been an option, you know, like, do you want to swap this to save up on space, or do you want to keep the whole content on? I don't know. But I think I would be bothered by that if I were playing a game that was doing that. There are no other games that do what Destiny does. Huh. The only one close to it is Warframe. I don't know anything about Warframe. When I was reading Warframe right now, I was kind of thinking of Warhammer. That I think I remember you like that too, right? Warhammer? But Warframe, I know nothing about Warframe. I have heard the name, but it's a game that I haven't seen anything. But it's also very different, I see. But do you think that you like it a lot thanks to nostalgia by any chance? What they should have done to save space is do what Call of Duty is doing. They allow you to install and uninstall the campaigns and other stuff at your own will. That's a good way to do it, yes. Yeah, you could just, I don't know, maybe have the save file registry, right? And then at any time you want, you could re-download the data and then use that save file to give you what you used to have. Yes, I can see that. But then removing everything, you know, it's kinda lame. Speaking of, like, space and games, not only because of Mario Galaxy, of course, but I was, I don't know, getting to some news some weeks ago that were saying that we are under a very complicated situation regarding heavy games, mostly thanks to like how all of the video games are getting more and more demanding, you know, and more modern and everything, that the industry has not been able to deliver proper storage SD cards or something, you know, like even thanks to the Nintendo Switch 2, like the extra SD cards storage thing, it has been getting rarer and very expensive because you cannot find that easily anymore due to the amount of uh, people looking for that, as the games are very heavy for you to play them on the Switch 2 and also in every platform today. So yes, I was checking some news that were saying that it's been critical, that situation, that it's getting hard to buy, right? Both because of not finding it everywhere, together with the prices. The prices of like extra storage things have been going nuts. And that's a little bit worrisome because, you know, it's a loop of like time keeps on going, they keep on giving us very heavy games, you need to keep on buying more extra space to keep them or to play them. But you know, everything is kind of getting more expensive, more difficult to find, and that's happening with the Switch too. But also, Bungie was in hot water recently. I'm thinking that Bungie is the company behind Destiny. With the Choose First Destiny 2's, right? Destiny's Choose First campaign that it launched with. Some unknown writer claims that Bungie stole the plot and basic story beats from a book they wrote, and of course, this lawsuit was filed actually. It was filed years after the campaign was vaulted and enabled to be put back into the game because of how much they changed the meaning, that they couldn't do anything but be forced to settle with the author. Wait, I need to understand the result right there. Because like if the lawsuit was filed, that doesn't that mean that like it's not continuing to progress, like so Destiny 2 will be able to keep on doing what they were doing, and then the author kind of couldn't get the, I don't know, the rights they were after. Or actually, when something is filed, does it mean that the author won? Maybe I'm mistaken, man. Oh, never mind. Maybe then what you're saying is that they are kind of trying to not continue that story anymore to avoid more problems with the author. So basically, their initial plot is not making more sense because they cannot touch that matter anymore. Is that what's going on? They settled the lawsuit as in they paid the author a bunch of money to drop the case. Oh, I see. Now I get it, yeah. So they pretty much asked the author to shut up, right? Yeah. Oh, actually, that's what it means. To file a lawsuit is to officially take it to court. I think what I was trying to think then was like the cold case, right? There is even a series called like that, cold case. When it's said that, I don't know, a lawsuit is under a cold case or something, then it's removed, right? It's kind of left behind. It's not progressing anymore. Is there a better word for you to refer to that when they are not continuing with the lawsuit? Something like cold case or something? Because once I read filing the lawsuit, I was thinking about, yeah, it's a cold case now, right? So here we are at the terrace. Let me just check something on my phone. I got a message in there. A Pokemon Go neighbor of mine is asking for help. Mm, should I help her? Would you wait a little bit, Nubble, for me to see if I can help her? She wants me to invite foreigners to the raid battle so she can have enough people to fight it. So cold cases are when they don't have the evidence to actually take it to court. Yeah, and then they still need to investigate, right? You can wait. All right, I will tell her that I can try to invite more people to the raid battle then. Let me see if I have. I actually need to change my account. Let me answer her. Meanwhile, we can keep on chatting. Cold cases are when they don't have the evidence to actually take to court and charge someone of the crime, so they are forced to be put on hold and not continue the investigation. But then, um, how are they going to revert from that? Like, they leave it behind, but then how are they going to know if new evidences have showed up, you know? If there isn't somebody going after them? It feels a little bit depressing even. I understand that sometimes it's impossible for you to like get the answers to the cases, but still somebody should be, you know, alert on like maybe this cold case could be brought back to life, you know, because otherwise I don't know, time will keep on passing by and then maybe something will be happening, but nobody was paying attention to that. So basically now they were able to continue with the plot, right? The initial plot of Destiny. Okay, I logged into my account. Let me go online. She's trying to do a Virizion. Actually, there are only Virizions in my neighborhood for some reason. That's funny. It's just the one that I don't need to get. Can you see that? There are three Virizions in here. In every gym. In every gym. The one that I was looking for the most is Terrakion, because Terrakion is very good in Pokemon Go as a rock attacker. Cobalion, I'm kind of like ignoring him, you know. I could go after him, but he's not a priority of mine. I'm trying to invite some people that are online in here just to help her out. I'm not taking this raid though. I don't want to use my remote raid pass into this. I already have a perfect IV's Virizion. I also have the shiny. What I did today was a Shadow Heatran. Yeah, I didn't have a purified Heatran on my Pokemon Go account, and also I don't have the 100% IVs one, so I was trying Heatran. Somebody joined, but I think there should have been somebody else, right? Or they are not going to beat Virizion, I think. Yeah, we need someone else. There are four people, but it's me too, so I'm going to quit the... Oh, five. Okay, they got five, so I'm leaving. Two of my friends joined the battle. Hopefully they four can do it. I think they can, yeah. Okay, there we go. I will message her, and then in case she has any problems still with the raids, then I will tell her to let me know. But I think now they were able to win, right? There we go. By happenstance, someone remembers the case, and the new case has similarities to an old one. And then there are also investigators who specifically look through cold cases. Oh, okay, that's what I was worried about. Yeah, they need to be still, you know, remembering what has never been solved from time to time, because otherwise it's kind of like not fair, right? I know it's hard to solve them, but at the same time they should not be forgotten. They are still important. and try to bring them back to light. Sometimes all they needed was an advancement in technology to crack the case. That is also correct, yeah. So they could analyze the crime scene and some other details um, uh, with the new technology. You know what this just made me think about, Nubble? What if we get to a point or to a situation where AI will be used to solve cases? I don't even know what to say about that because it can either be very helpful or very tragic as well. But doesn't it make kind of like a little bit of a sense, like that people would be trying to use AI to help them into solving cases, especially regarding I don't know, maybe looking for digital information into the web or something. I'm now thinking about that. They might be using AI at some moment to help them to solve some older cases and stuff. Also, Bungie moved on from the Red War campaign, the one that was under scrutiny a long time ago. Okay, so they have completed that, and then now they are probably starting another sort of plot, right? Yeah. But then we'll never really know if they were copying the author's story or if it's just a coincidence because they kind of silenced the situation, right? To avoid controversy. I was thinking I could open these galaxies right here because they don't show like a number of stars. Do you know, Nano, if I can open them? Or they're still like that just because I don't have the stars? Because the game is not teaching me how to open those, so probably I can't. I like the sound effects when I'm moving around. It's very nice. Anyway, let's keep on going into Good Egg Galaxy, and then after it's completed we worry about the other levels. Let's fly to it. Bungie tried to fight the lawsuit for a year or two before what people think was Sony. That just finally saying settle the case and be done with it. Okay, so probably an external company like Sony pressured them to like quit it, right, or to end it. Because maybe if Sony didn't tell them to do something, they could still be under the case, right? The next star is a snack of cosmic proportions. I can't imagine what this is about. We are going to be feeding Luma, right? With star bits? Yeah, it's probably a Luma. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, if they are talking about snacking, definitely hungry Lumas are there for it. Here we go again. I need to be collecting the star bits, man. I think they do get star bits as food, right? But there are also Lumas that will be eating coins, I guess. But the one they showed in the preview of this star totally wanted star bits. The level is even a little bit different, should give us more star bits, right? That block was not there in the first star. I don't remember it. Also, by the way, every time they have like a pattern of rocks or flowers in Mario games, it has a secret in there. So how can I get the secret of these? Maybe a ground pound? No? This is totally a secret. Wait. shooting star bits there? No. Oh, I just need to spin. There we go. Oh, get this! You can shoot those star bits with ZR. Zap, 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 ow! Just aim with your star cursor at your targets and fire with ZR. Run into your enemies while they're stunned to finish them off. So the star bits, they don't kill the enemies, they just stun them. Ouch! There we go. Sony owns Bungie. Oh, okay. But is Destiny 2 a PlayStation exclusive game? It's not, right? You can play that on Steam now and have lots of money in the acquisition of Bungie, and that lawsuit would only drain even more money from Sony. That's fair, yeah. I've got a hungry friend up ahead. You don't mind sharing your snacks, do you? Head forward by using the blue star and the yellow star. Or in handheld mode, you can just tap the blue star and the yellow star directly. Wait, I'll do that later, give me a second. That's also different than the first star. How old is Destiny 2, by the way? Are there no plans of Destiny 3? Also, I'm now realizing that we might not be far from the Game Awards. It's just that it's still not clicking to me that it's December, you know? I'm not realizing it's December already. So the Game Awards is coming up, it's probably next week, isn't it? Together with the Wholesome Direct Snack. It is on December 9th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we have some exciting things coming up for next week. Can I do this again? This will give me one love life, right? Yeah, that's worth. Do they... I think they keep the lives ahead from yesterday, right? Bungie went freelancer because they were tired of being stuck to a single console. I do think it's the best for companies, like... They never know on which platform they're going to have the best sales, right? That was the Xbox because Microsoft used to be the parent company of Bungie, so Bungie would have had it in their contract that Sony cannot keep them just to the PlayStation consoles, I see. So it was actually originally from Xbox. How old is Destiny 2? Hold on, okay, you need to check it up. It's been 9 years already, damn. I do hope they start working on the next game instead of like always updating Destiny 2. So, okay, we were able to get that. Then let's take the blue star. It's not here? Wait a second. It is a different bridge then. It is this bridge right here. They told me to touch on that, right? Okay. I need to keep pressed. There we go. Can I destroy those spikes with this? I can. Destiny 3 won't save Bungie at this point. Are they really that bad? All the fans have abandoned ship and only play Destiny 2 because of sunk cost fallacy. The new game they are working on called Marathon? Like, how is that Marathon game like? Because it's not like a sports game, is it? It's already in hot water because the art team stole. Oh my god. Not the first time that the new Bungie has done this either. You know what this is starting to remind me of? Although recently I actually got to some news on this game development. This is starting to remind me of a little bit of Beyond Good and Evil 2. That it was announced and then it had a lot of polemics and trouble, especially towards the creator of the series. And nobody, including myself, thought that the game could still be a thing, like that people would still be developing it. But actually, some weeks ago, I even posted that on Discord. There were some news that could point to Ubisoft still working on that game, which is great to me because I did like the first game a lot. And yeah, like this is kind of starting to sound like that the continuation or the sequel of Destiny 2 it still sounds like an impossible dream because of all of the problems the company is going through. But then I hope that somehow there is still hope for Destiny 3 to be a thing. But they are really, like messing it up a lot. Like it's gonna be an extraction looter marathon. Why is it called marathon though? The first thing I think of is like a sports game. Thanks to the marathon, right? Couldn't they have a better a name for that? Maybe it is called marathon because of the competition. Like there are many people competing in the game. So you know what, Nubble, after hearing about they stealing art from Twitter, I now think that they were stealing the story from the author. They lost my trust. So Sony did right. Like, Sony was right to tell them to end that. And then you were saying that there is no other game that does what Destiny can do, right? Regarding that, then I'm hoping that an indie game developer can kind of copy the formula someday. Just like, for example, how there are many Paper Mario-like games today that follow the original idea of the Paper Mario games, instead of what Nintendo has been doing to the Paper Mario games, right? I hope an indie developer does something closer to the original Destiny game, in case Bungie really is doomed. I think now we can travel, but I'm so bad with the warp stars. Oh wait, I think that capsule right there could have been the thing I remember playing in the video games live that had the gravity panels. Maybe it was that capsule right there. I just wish that this game had a better camera, that I could like change the camera at my will. Hopefully Mario Galaxy 2 allows me to have more camera freedom. Am I missing something else in here? I am. I'm actually missing two things. I'm also missing this tiny star. It's just for a single coin. We made it, right? This is the Hungry Luma. Let's get another life before feeding him. There we go. I may not know it or remember it, but do you by any chance have a favorite galaxy level in Mario Galaxy 2? My favorite galaxy, at least from the things I remember, but maybe by the time I play it myself I could get to know the galaxies better and change my vote. But my favorite one is Cosmic Cove Galaxy. Yes, I really like that galaxy. I also really like the music of it. In this game, I think it will be Space Junk Galaxy because of how much I like the music. But again, I might get to more galaxies that I don't remember or never paid attention to, so we will see how that goes. But at first, I would say Space Junk for this game, and for the sequel, probably Cosmic Code. Wait a minute, there is another one that I really like too. That's a hard word to say. Let me see if I can say it right. Buoy? Yeah, right. Buoy Base Galaxy. Hopefully I said that word right. Oh, we got a body here. Give me a second. Yeah, that's one of those words that I need to think before saying it because the pronunciation is weird. I just need to remember Buizel, the Pokemon, every time I want to say that word, yeah. Because old Bungie's first game was called Marathon, so they are just taking an old IP and trying to use it to generate some money. You know what that reminds me of then? Rare. Because Rare had their plans of making a pirate game since they were adding the Easter egg of that pirate character in Banjo-Kazooie games, right? And then finally they could do the pirate game they wanted, which was Sea of Thieves. And it's funny how they are still going with that game forever and not really giving us another game, especially another Banjo-Kazooie. So yeah, that sounds a lot like Rare returning to their original ideas too. That's right, Bungie's first game was not Halo Combat Evolved. Wait, Bungie worked on Halo? Maybe that's why you like it so much, because you are a big Halo fan. Like most people think, because that was what put them on the map, but it was a game called Marathon. Huh. Good question, I don't remember the names at all, and can barely remember the levels themselves. But do you have any good memories, like a specific moment? I think the flip switch galaxies, oh, those ones that you need to jump accordingly to the rhythm, would be on that list because of the beat, yeah, and the difficulty for those jumps. I have, you know what, what's coming to my mind right now? It's coming to me that thing about Purple Luigi, right? There is something like that. That's pretty much the extra challenging levels. I'm not sure if that happens in this game or in the second game, but I think I have seen something around Shadow Mario. It's not Purple Luigi. I don't know why it felt like Purple Luigi to me. Now I want Purple Luigi to be a thing. So it's Shadow Mario. Okay. Yeah, I have the feeling that Shadow Mario has something to do about those flip switching mechanics, right? When you are trying to collect the. There is something you need to collect before he gets to you. Not sure if they were notes or something. Yeah, I have a memory of seeing something around those lines. But probably it's a different galaxy than what I'm remembering. Because what I'm remembering sounds more like an extra post-game stuff. It's the purple void cloud stuff, Mario, that chases you and copies your every movement. But you can play as Luigi, right, in these games, as the post game. I think I mixed things up then. You have both things going on. You have the Luigi playthrough that I kind of thought it was a harder difficulty in a way for some reason. And also you have the Shadow Mario then. You also have a Shadow Luigi? Okay, so I may not be completely off then. Huh, Shadow Luigi. They should have been skins in Mario, not in Mario, in Smash Brothers for Mario and Luigi, like the Shadow versions. Because wait, maybe they are, and I'm forgetting that. Mm, in case they are, then I forgot, but they should be there. Have you by any chance played more of Smash Brothers recently, Novel? I haven't played Smash Brothers probably since that day we played together, to be honest. I need to go back to that game eventually. Hey you, yeah you, got any tasty Starbits? If you feed me... Oh, never mind, I remember the last time you told me about Smash Brothers was the day that you played it like for a lot of hours with your friends, right? And then you had like even a bad, or maybe I should say a short amount of sleep. No, they're not, sadly. The best we get is, yeah, they are not skins, right, in Smash Brothers. The best we get is Wario and Waluigi called Mario. Oh yeah. For some reason it's Mario, not Luigi, that gets the Waluigi skin. Yeah, right? That's also strange. Oh, never mind, we actually played Smash Brothers for a little bit last night. Good. Were you playing with the same friends, or I don't know, you were playing maybe by yourself or something? If you feed me a bunch of star bits, I'll burst with snacky happiness and then transform! I really like their hair. Like they are these Loomer hairs. I'm famished. I need 100 star bits to curb the hunger pangs. So hungry! I need to get this ready right here. Where is it? There we go. That's it! I'm stuffed! Here we go! Transform! K-pow! A new planet was born. So what's going on in this tiny planet right here? It's the same. it's the same friends minus one since one of the friends has been busy. Many people are busy now at the end of the year. Um, Today at Pilates, there was this girl that does the class together with me in today, right? On Tuesdays, but on Thursdays it's like a different class. It's a different people. But she was super busy with like college, and also my Pokemon Go friend is like under a crazy amount of exams this week. I even asked him to go out with me to play Pokemon Go, but he's having like a test or an exam in every day until Friday, so he's doomed pretty much. So I can understand your friend being busy because yeah, it's like especially if he's studying. I think the semesters are ending, right? So people are very busy right now. Wait, I just hit myself. Come on. Not to mention the holidays, but I wonder if it is still kinda early for us to be talking about the holidays, as it is just the beginning of December. Is that Goomba trying to play hide and seek with me? I think I collected everything, let's go up. I hate the crunch time of school. It is very stressful because you never have enough time to study for any of those exams, right? And also you don't have time to rest either. So at like the end of the week you are exhausted. Oh yeah, it's officially your birthday month. Oh yeah, that is right. When is it again? Is it in the beginning now or is it more later on? If your birthday is right now, that means you are Sagittarius? Or are you already a Capricorn? The 14th? So you are Sagittarius, right? Yeah, Sagittarius. Do you like traveling? Because traveling is like a big stereotype of Sagittarius. Ouch, I did it again. You know what this is remind me a little bit? Like this one, Tiny Island. This is remind me a little bit of Wind Waker. I think it is maybe Dragon Roost Island. I'm not sure if that's the island, but there is one island in Wind Waker that Link has very narrow passages like these with boxes as well. I don't know, it's bringing me back some Wind Waker memories. Oh yeah, by the way, there was a rumor that the next Zelda game could be something Wind Waker-like. I didn't read the news that much, but I thought it was an interesting rumor regarding the next plans for Zelda. You know, I would like that. It's been a while since we last gotten like something Toon Link related, you know? You like going for the walks, you hate long road trips because your legs get so restless so fast. Are you tall by any chance? Because, like, I struggle with long trips because of my legs too, especially in buses and planes. 6 inches. Wait, no, it's 6 feet and 3 inches, right? I'm not sure how much is that. Let me see. Okay, my friend, I just checked my phone. My friend was able to complete the Verisian raid, so that's good.